Hello, everyone. We're going to do a short session of breath work to reset. That can be any kind of reset you're looking for today. Resetting your day, resetting your mind, body, breath, of course. Breath work has this beautiful capacity to give us that fresh feeling and sort of gently interrupt any path we might be going down that we'd really like to sort of have a fresh start from. So without further ado, just a few simple exercises today. So we'll start by finding a comfortable seat. You can sit up tall and maybe let your hands just rest down on the legs. Make sure you're cozy and comfy. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And feel free to close your eyes if you like, or just soften your gaze. And just begin by noting how your breath is right now. And then invite in a gentle lengthening of the breath. So simply just allowing your inhales to be a couple beats longer and your exhales to be a couple beats longer. Now that you've done that, see if you can slow the pace of the breath down a bit, which will in turn lengthen it even a little bit more. And then the last thing for this first part will be to add a little more depth. Now we can do this on the inhale by focusing on the top of the breath, expanding your collarbones a little bit, opening up the chest. See if you can just get a little higher and fuller into the breath without tensing the shoulders. And then on your exhale, at the bottom of the breath, spending a little more focus there, a little bit of drawing of the navel down and in, like you're squeezing that last bit of breath out. So then you can start the inhale really from that empty point, filling all the way up. Nice and expansive at the top of the breath, and on the exhale, emptying all the way out. Pushing that breath out. Really good. Okay, one more like that. Excellent. All right, so we're going to let go of those efforts and we'll just kind of return to a very natural, intuitive breathing. And we'll work into just the second part of this little sequence, which will be a 3-part breath or Dirga breath. You can use your hand on the body for this breath if you like. Sometimes it's helpful, especially when you're starting a round of this breath or you're newer to the breath. So if you like, you're going to put your hand down on your belly. This is going to be a 3-part inhale and then just a long, smooth exhale. So let's just begin just with a regular breath in, deep breath. Full breath out. Good. And then you're going to take that first third of the inhale and imagine it's coming into your belly. You can move your hand up to the rib cage there for the second third. And then hand to the chest for the final third. And then that smooth breath all the way out, hand can drift back down. And let's try again. First third of the breath into the stomach. Second third rib cage. Final third, chest. And then all the way out. First, third, stomach. Second, third, rib cage. Final third, chest. And all the way out. And then one more round. First, third, stomach. Second, third, rib cage. Final third, chest. And then all the way out. Now let your hands just drift down. Take a big breath in. And this time, open your mouth, exhale it out. One more like that. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then just return here to a natural, intuitive breath for a few moments. All right, and then we're going to do one more simple breath. This is one that I really love. We'll just be taking a nice soft breath in through closed lips. And then we'll be opening the mouth into just a little circle and blowing the air out through that circle. All right, so it's nice to remember not to kind of strain the face or purse the lips in any way as you're breathing in, because especially after we blow out through the circle of the mouth, you can kind of close the lips a little tighter. I want you to have a really soft mouth and just soft breath in through the nose, right? So soft closed lips, we'll breathe in through the nose. And then we'll make that little circle of the mouth, blowing out. Open heart, shoulders relaxed. Soft lips, breathe in through the nose. Circle the lips, blow out. Let's do 3 more. One last one. Good. And just returning to a nice deep breath in and out. Thank you so much for joining me for a little breath work to reset, and I wish you well on the rest of your day. And bring your hands to heart center to close. Breathing in. Release it out. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, 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 everyone. Take good care.